This is your Tropical Atlantic Marine Weather Briefing issued early Monday, December 30th, 2024 and valid through Friday, January 3rd, 2025, provided by the National Hurricane Center's Tropical Analysis and Forecast Branch. Summary for the next 5 days. No gales are expected through at least Friday. However, there is a Central Atlantic significant swell event going on today and tomorrow. The Unified Surface Analysis issued early morning, Monday, December 30th, indicates a couple features of interest. The first of which is this 996 millibar low in the Central Atlantic. It's occluded, but there is a cold front that extends on the eastern semicircle all the way down to about 14 north, where there becomes a shear line. So on the back side of this, it is producing strong to near gale northerlies. Farther to the west, there is a weak cold front over the eastern Gulf of Mexico, but there are no gales currently in place as of overnight. Forecast for 12 UTC Monday, December 30th. We can see that low is still in place, about the same, 998 millibar pressure, and there's that cold front that extends southwestward from it. And ahead of the cold front, you have fresh to strong south to southwesterlies, and on the western semicircle, you've got strong to near gale northerlies. So these are going to be contributing to a very large area of at least 8-foot seas. You can see on the right side here, the area of green is at least 8 foot, and the area of yellow is at least 12-foot seas. So a very large area, both wind waves and very large north to northeast swell. Farther to the west, Gulf of Mexico, very quiet conditions. Same thing with the Caribbean Sea. Strongest winds are only moderate conditions. We switch to conditions for 12 UTC Tuesday, December 31st. That occluded low and the frontal boundary associated with it are continuing slowly to the east. At this point, you do have some southwesterlies, fresh to strong, and behind the front, and then some northwesterlies, also fresh to strong. The area of at least 8-foot seas is diminished significantly and not impacting the Lesser Antilles any longer, but you still have some 12 to 15-foot seas in the eastern corner of our waters. Farther west over the Gulf of Mexico, there is a weak front that has reached at the northwestern corner, and the Caribbean continues to be nice and quiet. Conditions for Wednesday, 12 UTC, January 1st of the new year. At this point, the extratropical low has continued pulling away. We still have a remnant cold front there, and north of about 28, 29, we have some fresh to strong westerlies. Along with that, there's the area of at least 8-foot seas, and here's the area of at least 12-foot seas. Farther to the west, we do have a couple of frontal boundaries that are pushing eastward quickly, but only about north of about 29 do we have any fresh to strong west to northwest winds behind it. And even over the Gulf of Mexico, the strongest winds are only about 15 knots. Winds have picked up a little bit in the Caribbean Sea near fresh conditions just north of Colombia. By 12 UTC Thursday, January 2nd, we still have a weak cold front that extends just east of Bermuda up till about Cuba. Other than that, there's this still extratropical low northeast of our waters that are contributing to some northwest winds, fresh to strong conditions. Moderate to fresh trades over the Caribbean Sea, and moderate to gentle over the Gulf of Mexico. Fairly quiet conditions over the entire basin by Thursday. And finally, by Friday, 12 UTC January 3rd, we do have this very weak cool front extending from the central Atlantic toward the Bahamas. Behind it, though, very weak winds in the backside of that front. The trades are starting to pick up a little bit here, large area of fresh trades. Likewise, trades over the Caribbean have picked up some, but again, only moderate to fresh, whereas the Gulf of Mexico is fairly quiet. Along with that, we do have some swell causing 8-foot seas over the northeastern corner of our waters. So to summarize, no gales are expected through at least Friday, January 3rd, 2025 over the Gulf of Mexico, Caribbean Sea, tropical North Atlantic, south of 31 North. However, we do have this Central Atlantic significant swell event. It's being forced by this 996 millibar low and near our northeastern corner. Seas today 12 to 18 feet, but that will be diminishing down to 10 to 13 on Tuesday and well below that on Wednesday. These may be causing some hazardous rip current conditions for Puerto Rico and other areas in the northern Leeward Islands. So this concludes your Tropical Atlantic Marine Weather Briefing. The next briefing will be issued by 5 p.m. Thursday, January 3rd, 2025. Be safe.